in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lab Live. We're finally back.
Yes, sir.
We've got a new studio, new setup. We had to do it. Yeah. People was hitting me up on the comments saying that, yo, this Lab Live thing is depressing. They're like, yo, you're doing an interrogation and shit. I'm like, yo, let me get rid of the table.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let me call my bro Zeus. Let me call my bro Kai. Creative Kornerr. Let's do something together.
Inside.
So we're here together, and it wouldn't be right for us to make a new setup, something special, something new, something fresh, without calling the maddest. Add one.
Oh, intro. You can't call it the maddest. Yo.
Yeah.
Kai, add one.
Hottest niggas in the sea.
Immediately. The corporate chat now.
Relax.
Just the one word.
Get it quick.
Let me make it simple.
Yeah.
Today we're in the studio with the one and only Blxckie Somnyama. Here we go. Let's go.
Rex in my top boy in the building.
Sure.
You can tell I'm not a podcaster or anything like this.
None of us.
Yeah.
I mean, podcasters, they keep hitting us up like, why are you guys doing a podcast? Like, it's not a fucking, it's just a conversation. Like, I just want to talk to my people.
Yeah.
You talk to your people, I talk to my people.
Easy.
Thanks.
Are we allowed to do that?
We're allowed to do that, Chief.
Myself.
Blxckie, what's good? Welcome to Lab Live.
I'm on Johnny. Why?
I know it's too much.
I thought I would tell the story when Blxckie comes to the studio. Blxckie's holding it down for the dark niggas right now. I'm the last dark skinned nigga around. So if Blxckie's coming
I
through,
had
it's
to
like,
refresh it. You have to update the darkness just a bit.
he's coming with a new one. You know what I'm saying?
And he took it to the top. He said, yo.
He's taking it to the top.
Somnyama.
Somnyama. The whole way.
Really
Slap
holding it
bang
down.
in the middle.
Yeah.
Blxckie, what's good, man? What's going on with you?
Easy, bro. Yo. It's incredible. I am incredible.
What does incredible feel like?
good.
What does it feel like?
It feels like the best. It feels like the best. I don't know if you saw Pepper's most recent post. He was like, yo, work until you're the best.
Yeah.
Only work with the best. If you're not the best, you gotta rest.
Yeah, you gotta rest.
Yeah.
Or you work until you're the best, and that's what I'm doing, man. I feel good. I've been working.
And it's crazy to see like an artist come up during the lockdown and during the quarantine.
It's crazy. In fact, in such a difficult time for hip hop as well. Like obviously a lot of niggas are suffering. I'm not even gonna say what exactly they're going through. But it's a bit tough for the hip hop.
Oh, for hip hop, yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
What's the definition of suffering?
Suffering, like, you know, obviously prior to lockdown, guys were like moving, they were doing their thing, and
Sure.
now it's like, yo, we actually only want the piano blues that are actually making things shake right now.
One of my niggas said, the only flex we have like hip hop right now is the charts on radio. But on other platforms,
Everything else
is just.
But it'd be like
Go.
live shows.
But that's the thing, like, you know,
That's the thing.
and maybe it's a bit different because maybe you guys are coming in now.
Yeah.
But the school of hip hop I come from, it's always been that way. It's always been that way. Like, you guys caught it at a nice time, like, you know, when Kreative Kornerr was coming in, and like it looked like hip hop is banging. Konabo Casp, Abo AKA, Nabo Ricky, Nabo Questa, they all moving, they all doing this and that. But you were always the outsider. You were never the hip hop was never the it thing.
I get you.
It was never the
For real.
Because even if you watch old interviews, bro, niggas is like, dog, I was coming up with this hip hop thing and niggas weren't feeling it. So how would you think, like, even
I get that.
Okay,
like,
what was the genre that was like,
Bro,
above hip hop at the time?
It's always been
like
dance.
house
It's always been
Or
dance
house,
music.
yeah.
but here's my chat. Out of all the shows I've seen you rocking at, it's like, yo, and prior to like even me knowing you, whatever the case is, I used to look like, yo, this guy's actually killing shit, getting an international response. Hip hop is where it's at. You know what I mean? So that's the only perspective of hip hop I know. Because the first time I went back to the city, I saw you guys performing Nafukwa, whatever the case is, and y'all were killing it. You know what I mean?
But of course you're killing it. But I mean, like, this fire that he's going through right now, the way I see it, I don't know exactly what you're going through. We're gonna get into that, but that's just the fire of having to play after Oskido. That's the fire of having to play after Fed Cook and Mahuta at Spring Explosion.
Now the level is at the top right
Like
now.
the level's at the top. So like it wasn't like, oh, hip hop is just killing it. No, it's like, oh shit, Black Coffee just came off stage. I gotta do something.
What can we do?
Pepper, what do you have in the decks there? What song can you play before I come out on stage just to make them shake? It wasn't the thing like, oh, okay, these guys are gonna jump on and kill the show.
Yeah.
It was like convincing people that you can rock with us too. And when we rock, you're gonna rock with us and we're gonna make it look sexy. And these guys have it harder than us because with us it was open. And with us it's like there wasn't now there's this blend of hip hop kids and house kids coming together. The hip hop kids are dancing to piano.
Straight.
The piano kids are dressed like hip hop kids. The house kids are dressed like trap kids. Now it's all blended. When we were coming, if you had a baggy jean,
Hip hop.
we nigga.
Nigga.
Like youngster said. So I'm very interested to hear for him what it feels like in this moment, because he already ran away to Cape Town. He's doing this thing in Cape. He's like, Joburg, I'm out of here.
I'm out here.
He's in Cape Town.
Nah, no cap, dog. Like right now, it's a gradient, dog. It's like the game and like everything, the culture, the swag, and like even the lyrics and everything. It's all just together. It's no more like black and white.
Yeah.
So yeah, as I was saying, the levels at the top. So if you sing a piano nigga just jump off and everyone's like, we want more, and then it's like, yo, Blxckie, pull up, dog. You got to do this thing. So like the work is always like in the studio. Like I got to think about it. Like, yo, I got to come up with the best. On social media, I got to be the best. Everything has to be the best before I even pull up on stage, dog. That's the level it's at. That's like, you have to be the best because you know that on stage it's going to be a tough one. Everywhere. Besides just piano and everything like that, there's just the restrictions and like everyone like, you know, feeling the pressure of like a COVID. And it's like, dog, you have to. There's no other way.
Like the environment needs you to be on your A game.
It needs to be the best, like the best. And I'm working, dog.
You are working. I remember like during lockdown, every day, dog. You know when they say Creative Kornerr is biased, né? But it's hard to not post the nigga who's working the most. That's the thing. It's hard to not post the nigga because like Lucas and you Wang and the whole gang, they were working the hardest during lockdown. Like they were coming with music, videos every single week. There's something, and it's like you see the homie reaping those benefits. Like low key, the same that's happening to Focalistic is happening to Blxckie. Low key in terms of putting in the work during lockdown. Yeah, because they both were like the hardest niggas moving during lockdown, like dropping the most freestyles. You know, being like out there in terms of social media, they were going in, you know, and you see that, you know, paying off now because now everybody's trying to like touch them and feel it because they couldn't get that experience during, you know, the whole COVID. So you can see.
I actually wanted to know also, like, after making Big Time Slapper, like, did you feel like, yo, this song is gonna take me to the top?
Nah, like even if you listen to Big Time Slapper now, it's like, it's just a freestyle, dog. It's just two freestyles put together, dog. It's not even like a hectic song.
It's not a big deal.
So it's not even a big. It's like it's just one of the lockdown drops, dog. Well, out of lockdown because like it was after the whole 21 days or whatever. But the thing that we saw was like the only thing we haven't done is have like a clean video. You know what I mean? So we're like, dog, if we do this thing, there's no bad that's gonna come out of it. We just have to see how far it goes. That's it.
Shout out to Dando one time.
Dando level.
Dando nice, the lifesaver.
Yo.
And that's every song has got a video. That's what he's talking about. That's the hard work. Every song has got a video. Every release has got some visuals.
That's how it has to be. Because that's during lockdown, it was like every audio has to have artwork, has to have a trailer or like a snippet. You know what I mean? But now it's like every song has to have a video. And that's how we're doing it.
Is that the formula?
That's the formula.
Like
right
I think
Zeus hits that formula. A lot of people hit you guys up like, why aren't you posting us as if you guys is just what they need? Like you guys post us and then people will know about us.
And that's not the truth.
But people don't take into consideration that it's the record. It's the promotion, it's the snippets, it's the taking, and then it's the live shows.
Yeah, like create your own hype. These homies showed you that. Like, okay, cool. Nobody's talking about hip hop or music in general. We're all worried about COVID. We'll create our own hype right now. And like that's what guys need to understand. Is like, don't wait for Creative Kornerr to post you. We're gonna post you once we see that, oh shit, you actually going crazy. We're gonna post. There's no way we're not gonna see it. There's no way. If you're creating your own hype, and if you get those 10, 20 people in your space to rock with you, there's no way people are gonna ignore that. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to ignore somebody making noise. Like you see Blxckie been making noise for a year.
Yo, from the
Straight year.
Yo, Susan, no.
Like noise.
From the Vini.
Yeah, from the
Yo.
I remember because I was obviously like a whole new wave scene in every single like province, Cape Town, Durban, or whatever the case is. And whenever we can discover guys, we find them and then they do their things. I remember Kai discovered that video. Which one?
Purple Rain.
Yeah, the Purple Rain. Purple Rain. Through the ticket, through the
Sheezy at the time, Sheezy was the homie. Like I hit up Sheezy. I'm like, Sheezy, this thing's actually hard. Then I said William, because William and CI had 69 FM at the time. So I'm like, William, play this thing on 69 FM and see how people feel about it. Right? Play the song. I want people to hear the song. So I think Sia and William played the song. People were like, this is fire. Then the homies made the song from that viral video with that homie from, what's that? Witness the Funk.
Oh, the song wasn't made yet.
Nah.
No, well, there was the video is like 2 parts. It was first just us coming out of the show and just wild and like freestyling. And the second part was me like rapping a verse from a song that I just did with Ulo, with Us Cable.
Yeah.
And it was my first song with him. So I was excited, like, yo, if it's Witness the Funk, if it's or whatever. So then that song, you're talking about I'm So Lit.
Yeah, I'm So Lit.
Yeah.
That's what I told me, don't trickle down. Yo, it was too crazy.
No, Robin, Wallin. You.
Take us back, Blxckie. Take us back to the beginning of this whole thing, because the guys are saying, we've been hearing about you for a year. I've been seeing you for a year. Fortunately, we managed to cross paths through mutual friends and mutual people. But take us back to actually how this journey started. Like, because I saw a video of you freestaling on YouTube. I think that was like 5 years back.
That's
and you're wearing like the yellow shades.
Hectic one.
Which one is that?
Yo, I think you gotta delete that video.
Yeah, it's time.
You gotta delete that video. By the way, I wanted to text you like, yo, Blxckie.
Yo, dog.
But show people the growth. But if anyone wants to see the growth of 5 years ago, when they were posting stuff already on YouTube, go see the freestyle 5 years ago and listen to the product today.
Yeah.
It's like the boy took steroids. You gotta let us know. You gotta let us know the journey, because that's like, that's like a huge jump from what we saw on the YouTube
to now.
That's a huge jump.
I don't think anyone's ever asked me about the video like on like a a little bit of a platform. Like, you don't even know that.
Dog, I've never heard about that video. Like,
okay, stop everything. Here's the video.
Hey, shout out Gucci Mane, man. Shout out Sauce. Shout out Dizzy. It's DBN. Space Sounds Entertainment. No freestyles of Dizzy. Aight, yeah. Get it. Hey, I know that I gotta bring her the key. I know that I gotta bring key. I know that I gotta bring. I know that I gotta bring. I know that I gotta bring her the bling. I know that I gotta bring her the blings. I know that I gotta bring her the bling. I know that I gotta bring her the bling. I heard them talk about raping the bling. I heard them say they gon' pull up on me. How they gon' do that when Blxckie with me? My fam like an army camouflage, you swag it. Yeah. Spitting my style on this shit, it ain't free. Running the game, but I'm not on the street. I know that I gotta bring it. I know that I gotta bring it. I know that I gotta bring it. I know that I gotta bring. I know that I gotta bring her the bling. I know that I gotta bring her the bling. I know that I gotta bring her the bling. I know that I gotta bring. I gotta bring her the bling. Bring her the money machine. Money machine. Come with all of my niggas, we about to kill the scene. Goddamn, Blxckie. And I'm wearing new tackies. About to run the game. Cause I'm wearing MX tackies. Niggas call me Hussein. Call it. I drop him by like Hussein. I drop it. Niggas come through with the thing. Goddamn. Niggas come through with the dang. Come through. Yes, I go dumb, I go insane. Oh, damn. Nigga, I go stupid. I'm about to go. Ooh. I'm in love with her, I'm Cupid. Hey. I gotta go and go get it. I gotta go and go get it. I gotta get it. If I want it, then I get it. Get it. Got the money in my pocket. You know it. Finna take off like a rocket. Fat. Nigga, look at me, I'm awesome. Look, I love my pocket of fat. I love my pocket of fat. Yo want it flat like a mat. And yo button fat like a mat. Hey, I got it twisted. I got my tongue twisted. I got my tongue twisted. Damn. Look, I gotta bring her the bling. Whoa, I gotta bring her the bling. bling. Yeah, I got to bring her the bling. Yeah, I got to bring her the bling. I know that I got to bring her the bling. I know that I got to bring her the bling. I know that I got to bring her the bling. I know. Look,
cleaning this bitch like I'm burner boy. Nigga, I'm fire. I might just go burner boy. You niggas kids still eating Kinder Joy. I got the hits. Karate Kid boy. Then you wonder why they call me Blxckie Chan. I'm not a fighter. I don't fight with minors. I'm the nigga with the heat, no lighter. You niggas lick the feeder, so I'm hiding. Mess up the leaders. We out in Mars with them bars on bars on bars. I go hard like rocks on Mars. I will dance for you and I leave you with scars. I'm saucing all over you. I'm the kid in my neighborhood. You niggas is lazy. Your blow up is overdue. And you know that I'm onto you. Take a real view, nigga, young boy. And I'm rapping my stock in them hood city start leaning. I'm in a new level, new zone, new flow, new road and I'm speeding. I'm the kid with the benefits. New shoes and they better fit.
New shoes.
I just came in with my niggas. I'm about to fucking kill it. Hey, I know that I gotta go get it. Hey,
I know that I got to bring her the bling. I know that I got to bring her the bling. I know that I got to bring her the. I know that I got to bring it. I know that I got to bring it.
Hey,
I know that I got to bring it.
Hey, I know that I gotta bring it. Whoa, I know that I gotta bring it. I got the gold ring. I got the new shoes. I got the new ring. Said she wanna come inside. Told her down, girl, that's right.
Sheesh.
yeah. DOPEFAM.
Dope fam.
Hey, listen, Buffett, don't pull my archives out. Don't pull my archives out. But I had to show you that video because it's like, you know, most artists are trying to like hide their old shit, or maybe like they'll put out some shit and then on SoundCloud and then they're like delete all their joints, or like they'll delete their Instagram and like put the fresh picture. You know, it's very important for people to see exactly where we come from so we can plug up the story. You know, people think like, yo, this guy just woke up one day and he got to Joburg and he became a star. Nah, you've got the receipts.
Yeah, he's got the receipts.
And that's the original receipt. That's the one, dog. Yo.
Like, so
I found that.
Nah, but like I can't really like delete or like archive most of my stuff because I've always thought like I had like the hardest stuff. Like even that video, like that's a verse. I'd even if I could rework it and spit it now, I'd do that because that verse is crazy. So that was what 2017?
Yeah, like that must have been 2017.
So by then I just got into trying to drop music for people to listen to, because before that I was just like dropping music for me, for my friends and stuff like that. And it was first like that with all of us, and then we all got together and made a group. It's called Dope Fam. Dope Fam, Trappers, Ray Shremmit, Migos. That's the vibe. That's what we're going with, and that's how we're gonna run with it. So that video was just us at the studio we used to record at. Shout out Cameron Jordan. He was the one that got us into that. It was in his basement.
This is in Durban.
In Durban. And yeah, we were like, yo, we're gonna that video was like,
can't believe it,
yo, CJ dog, you're gonna be like Sway, right? And this is gonna be your studio, right? And then we all just gonna come there and we're gonna freestyle. Cause he was
They were setting it up like, yo, this is what it's gonna be like when we make it.
We're gonna freestyle, dog, and it's gonna be crazy, and then everyone's gonna love it, and then we're just gonna pop. We're gonna drop a song straight after that, and we're gonna pop. Yeah. So then we got into it, dog.
I can see it's fucking you up though.
Dog, just thinking about it.
I think it's fucking you up a little bit.
Cause that was a long time ago. And that's the first, like, normally when I tell the story of how, like, I came up and when I started, it starts off with Cloud Internet Boys, but Cloud Internet was, like, only, like, 3 or 4 years after I started, like, actually rapping and actually putting music out.
Yeah.
No one was really listening at that time, but then, like, you know, our friends and stuff like that were like, nah, Blxckie, dog, you need to do this thing, it's gonna be crazy. So, Dope Fam lasted for, like, I think 2 years, maybe. But then it was just because we had, academics and other stuff to take care of, and like we went to different schools also, so it was hard to, you know, we did like one show, they made us perform at like 3 or something.
Like during the day?
You missed 3 and did 1. That crew had to break up.
Yeah, for real, yo. I don't fam. What you mean?
No.
Don't fam, no offense, but it was never gonna work.
I don't mean that. I mean like
Nah,
the
fam.
time.
Hey, yo, boys, we got 4 shows.
We're only gonna go to
We're gonna go to one.
No, he's thinking in the sense of like they made him perform while like,
At
some of us
3.
still like playing FIFA. At the
I'm talking about
crib.
the times.
Like we're not even talking.
Oh,
Yeah.
at 3. Oh,
3.
shit.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you talking about like, yo,
Is it-
hey,
Oh
boys,
no.
we're gonna decide which one.
They made us perform in me in the face. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, we knew some people then, all that, and then only after that was when I linked up with Voltron. Voltron was part of a group called Jaws. Jaws was like one of the hardest rap groups in Durban at the time. 18, end of 2018, start beginning of 2019. Jaws was the hardest. Avi and Neptune were also doing their thing. Stanky was also hard. Witness the Funk. That era.
Yeah.
So Voltron has a degree in photography, and he was like, guys, pull up. If you're an artist, pull up to my crib. Let's make a song, and then I'm gonna shoot a video for you, a quick one, and then we're gonna have a tape with all those songs with all those different people, and then we're gonna drop all those videos as like a tape on YouTube also, and then we're gonna just call it Cloud Internet. That's the platform, and then everyone's gonna just pop off that, and everyone's gonna share each other shit, and everyone's gonna just do what they have to do to make this thing happen.
Fucking dope.
So that was him. That was the idea he came up with. He was actually like, he put us together like a show, and he was like, yo, dog, I have this big idea. We have to do this thing. So he told us that, and then Soul Kid was part of Jaws. Brawley was part of Jaws, so they were there originally, and then it was like, who's trying to come and record? And there were a few people that pulled up, but then the people that came frequently was the people that are in Cloud Internet Boys right now.
Yeah.
Me, Elon, Leo, Brawley, Soul Kid. Am I missing anyone?
Are any of these guys in Joburg now? Any of these guys?
Nah. They all that side. I tried to pull up with Leo. I'm gonna get to that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that ended up being the thing, and then we coined the term Cloud Internet Boys from that. And then that's what we used to do. We used to just try shoot videos for all the songs, make songs, make it into a project, and we used to drop like so much. Our first mixtape had 25 songs, and we dropped it on the 25th of December, and that was that was like the beginning of everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, then everything, started picking up. We dropped a song called Come With Us. That was a hot song in Durban. We dropped a song called Cloud. And that was before I made like the first trip to Josie.
Who picked you up and said, yo, come to the Josie? Because I know it's difficult for an artist, especially if you're in Durban and you got your crew and you're doing your thing in Durban. It's always a difficult pickup to be like, yo, I'm taking a chance. I need to go to Joburg.
The first time I came to Josie was with the boys. There's like 11 of us from Slamp. Like say Josie face khona amashow hlampa u3 kumele siwenze lapha na face wasibukile. Asambeni face kumele sambe song ngeke uhambe wedwa face sama song. Hayi.
Number guy that time. Number guy.
Kimeli bus.
Uba umazila phana egoli face sohlangana naye face angazi dog so mara phambili usenza kanjani. Oh, lit. So only on the bus is when we on our phones. Like say, dog, I know you stay in Josie, dog. I'm pulling up with 11 niggas. You pulling up. We just need to play.
With 11, dog. Who did you guys think would house 11 niggas?
Well, he's here, so clearly you got Sonny.
You know what I mean?
Something.
So, hey, that thing is bad because I don't want to mention any names, but like, there was a guy that I hit up. And I was like, yo, I'm pulling up. I'm gonna be alone for a while.
But you told him there's a soccer team coming with you.
No, I didn't say that. I'm not not me. Not me.
Gets it.
Not me. I wouldn't do that. I told him that I'm pulling up alone. The rest of the guys, I'm gonna try to get them like a little Airbnb situation. I want to pull up alone, talk to you, stay for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 days or whatever. So then, yeah, it didn't work out. The nigga lied to me. He's like, yo, cops stop me, whatever. And I was like, dog, if this is how niggas on the V here in Josie, it's not the level. Let's just put together money and get this Airbnb situation going, and then we'll see what happens. So we had 3 shows. There was the one called Lockfest. I I don't know what the other one is called. But there's 3 shows.
Blxckie, is it the boys in Pretoria? Like this young guys hosting an event.
Justin Black, I think that's the guy.
I'm not sure of his name, but I don't know.
Yeah, so it was that, and then 2 other shows we killed it, you know what I mean? But then we just didn't have like a place to crash at, and there was so many of us. Then some guy's name was Tommy Gon. Shout out Tommy Gon. Shout out Heartless, all those niggas from Ilo and Midrand in Warner Valley. They were the guys that had like a big old crib in some estate, and they were like, yo, this is the only place you can come stay at. But then we had to cut out some people. Some had to go back to school. Some, their parents were wild and go, and all that. So it ended up being, how many of us? 4, I think, and then we stayed there at Midrand for a while, and we made music and tried to connect with people. And then that's when that video popped. It popped while we were still, here.
Oh, yeah.
But then we couldn't link up with you niggas because it's like, yo, so in Zanjan, we don't have transport to move. We were just based there. We were making music the whole time. So,
and that's when we try. Like, if you actually hit us up, we'll try to actually pull up.
No, but Sheezy actually ended up making a plan that he wanted a studio time. So I'm like, I bet. Go to sports scene, just say Kai sent you, and then chill and make music.
But that's recent. That
was after.
Yeah. But I mean, he was doing that, but he was like, he was getting niggas in the crib and shit.
He was staying with niggas for like a year.
Niggas pull up to me like, stay at the crib. Watch you got yourself figured out.
That's the hard part, man. That's the hard part about like trying to make something happen, and somebody from Cape Town or from Durban or from anywhere else that's not here, like your family's not here, nobody's here. That's the hardest part about like trying to break through or get an extra step into the game. Where the fuck are you gonna stay?
I try to stay.
How you gonna pay for it? How you gonna, how you gonna get around? Like how you gonna put your head? That's the hardest. That's the hardest part about trying to get a break in Joburg. Because there's really like, and even people that say they fuck with you and they come to Durban and meet you like, yo, I fuck with you. It's like they might have kids. You know what I'm saying?
The vibes,
like dog, like
the wife is wild.
Yeah, like
He rapper. What?
What you have?
Actually, like with me also, like it only stopped because like a TV broke and like niggas looking too much dank.
And his mom was wild.
My mom dude was like, nigga, I don't care what house you paying for. Still my kid. You're not gonna disrespect me like that. Like, I need these niggas out.
Yeah.
Yo, that was sad for the homies.
It's sad.
It was sad for the homies.
But that's why I respect like these places. Like I won't say Podi's crib is like that, but like spots like Podi's crib that niggas can go to.
One time.
Like even like on some level, not maybe on that level, but even like Ambitious House or whatever. Like I find people walking in Midrand. Walking in Waterfall looking for ambitious officers. Like, yo, Ricky, I'm looking for ambitious officers. I know niggas who walk in Midrand looking for the ambitious office. Like, they don't have a crib. They don't have...
They came to find ambitious office.
Yeah, something they came from Newcastle or wherever they came from, but they're looking for the ambitious office, and the opportunity needs to happen for them right then and right then. They used to knock at my crib at Waterfall. They used to knock at my crib, like... knock on my number. Like,
how do they know your number? That's the thing.
On the internet. I guess you can see where niggas live.
Even me, the first time I went to the Ambitious crib, there was a guy there. He was like, "Is this the Ambitious crib?" And we're like,
"You've been to the Ambitious crib."
That's what Kai saying. Like, so you in there already?
No, I wasn't in there. I just went to Giri's one of the boys.
Getaway.
For sure.
So I was just there with him, just chilling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that existed. No.
Yeah, it's like obviously people have their disagreements here and there and whatever it is that has nothing to do with us, but it's very important, especially within hip hop and the music space, to create these spaces where niggas can come put their heads down or come record or come show what they have. We don't have enough of that, and you don't have enough shows where you're gonna see a nigga rocking and be like, yo, this nigga's dope. Where you gonna really discover if a cat's dope, except if it's in the studio, and if the crib's a studio, that's like the perfect example.
Especially now,
Especially right now.
Yeah. Sorry to go off topic also, but how's your hand situation at that point? I'm just so curious. Like in terms of like hands and whatever the case is, like
when I was
as a rapper, like trying to like come up.
I had it down. I had a super loyal.
For real?
Nah, I was hectic. Back then, I was like
cuffed up.
Yeah.
So now you become Blxckie some mother animal, and you like
it's just
I'm not hectic anymore.
It's a time and attention thing, though. I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't keep it up.
Because now you're on the house.
She was actually the one that came to me and be like, yo, I know what's going on. And yeah, no,
It's all
that's
good.
really sick. Pulley, maybe one day.
You need to do your thing. How old are you again?
I'm 21.
21. 21, you still need to play the game a little bit. You gotta play, man. Hey, listen. I think I'm allowed to say this because at 25 is when I earned my stripes. You get it? That's when I bowed out the game gracefully.
You're like,
you know, that's when I got my jersey hung up. You know what I'm saying? But at 21, man, you gotta play the game. You gotta play the game.
You gotta operate, Chief.
You gotta operate, bro. And like I'm not even saying like don't look for love, but bro, what are you doing wasting your 20?
I get you.
Wasting your early 20s.
I won't lie, me.
Yo, Kai was deep.
Like I was at the time. Also, what's crazy is that I won't lie, I was hard in the streets. I was too crazy. I always had a pink. I was the coolest. Wore Chelsea boots. I had blonde hair. I was too crazy.
You had green hair.
I had green hair at the time. I was too like, it was bad.
This is the early 20s.
Yeah. So and I found Han at the time, and for me it worked out because I think I would have wilded out a bit too much because like it was too like.
Bad. Imagine how you're hosting New Wave.
I'm hosting New Wave every show, everywhere we go. There's a group that wants to live with us every time.
24/7.
Like there's no mistakes. They just want to rock.
From every school. So if
understand?
you're hosting in the south, it's President's Vista.
They come in.
Whatever. If it's in the north now, it's whatever.
And you got the Chelsea boots and you're spraying the CK1.
Understand? I'm wearing like Stilo. Me and Young Stilo. Young Stilo knows. I used to come at him with the rings. He had the rings, but he knows. Young Stilo knows who had the rings at the time. I had the rings, bro.
I remember I had the rings.
I had the rings for real, so it was crazy at the time. So, like for me, I think it worked out. Like buying out at 21, I got to focus, but I think that focus now I feel like an old man because I'm down with that. Like I'm not really feeling, you know, honeys or the streets. I'm like locked in. So I don't think it's a bad thing to find love at 21. Honestly, me, for certain people, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not saying don't find love.
Yeah.
Everyone at some point of life you have to find love.
Okay.
You have to.
Some is sooner than
some is sooner than later.
Yeah.
But there's a certain how do I say it? There's a certain je ne sais quoi that comes with age. You know what I'm saying? There's like this, the story that I mentioned in the intro. I might have to do that intro again. They might have not heard that intro. But the story I told in the intro, you know, when I walk in the club, it's a different type of feeling. I gotta sort of, people know I can have fun and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta carry some sort of maturity. Like I can't be walking in the club doing the Dame Dash.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can't be like, even I watch these guys' music videos, like when I saw the Big Slapper video, like I can't be like if I was him, I would walk in the club like this. Like I just got paid, you know what I'm saying? I just got my 10K, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like this, like walk in the club, like oh shit, slapping asses and doing shit. Like there's actually a Major League video where I was like,
the one.
Remember that video?
Shazy and the homie.
Remember that video?
I was watching that one recently in Cape Town.
Bro, I was slapping.
Went back and
I was slapping asses, bro. Like it was like just fun shit, not like messy shit, but it's just being like I'm a young nigga. I just got my checks
and I'm bullying.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's that feeling, you can't replicate that feeling. Have you ever seen like an old nigga in the club trying to like relive his 19s?
I was watching one at Monja literally yesterday. That nigga was wilding. I'm like, he like chill, bro. Like,
I know that's the saddest one.
Yo, that's the worst, though.
You don't want that one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And everyone thinks that's the time. Like, oh, I got my money at 40 or 35. This is the time where I'm gonna like fuck it up in front of all your faces. But it's like, nah, actually. That's not really that cool.
Okay.
Like, nah, you're not that cool.
A little bit weird.
That's a little bit weird. Like, yo, homie, come. Like,
a little bit weird.
Don't you have to go home? You know what I'm saying?
Like, what's going on?
So when you're going through this time, it's like, condolences on losing your baby and everything like that. But I think there's many babies that are waiting for you at the front. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm away.
Exactly.
Yeah, boy.
And at the same time, I think you might want to focus on the career right now.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Nah, I'm super focused.
More than anything.
Yeah.
Super.
More than anything. I was with Dr. Pepper and he was telling me that a theory that you guys have that you don't do a record and let it sit around. You have to do a record and take it out. When it's done, it has to come out in the first week.
It's too hard.
What's that about? What's that about?
It's gotta go.
It's
about being the best.
Sure.
Everything's about being the best. Like.
Sure.
No, but
Trust me.
Yeah.
Because like there's too many songs. When I first pulled up to the crib, like I didn't really know the guys like that. I used to just go to the studio and just do my thing. So there's like a whole lot of songs, like a whole lot of hooks, a whole lot of ideas and stuff like that. So we know that we can just go back to those archives and just take stuff and think. So every time there's something new that's hot, it has to get out. It has to get out, and it has to have a video, and it has to have like the like pushing like from all the guys in the crib. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the level. It's too hot. It's gotta go.
How does it feel? How does it feel to have the biggest record in the country right now?
Shoot, Mntase.
Mntase.
I'll chase Mntase.
Mntase.
Dog.
I told Pepe he needs to come on the camera, but he never wants to.
Yeah, I know.
Pepper.
So you're gonna have to explain. You're gonna have to explain the fucking
whole vibe.
phenomenon.
That's
because
the way.
it's
Yeah,
crazy.
how did that hook come about? Because you're a Zulu boy, now you're pulling up with the
Xhosa way.
Mntase, with the-
Are you for real?
Yeah, that's away.
That's
That's a funny story.
Please do share.
Tell the story. Tell the story.
Nah. Don't you have to? No,
Tell that
you have to.
story.
Come
Tell
on.
that story. Do it for the people. Do it for the people.
Oh wait, shit, I know that story.
So you got it.
Talk for
Nah,
real?
nah, it's all good.
do it.
Nah, you guys are crazy. What?
He's canceling the story
They're
too.
crazy. He's like, what's the story?
Do this to us, man.
Zeus.
Okay, wait. Let me just start off at where, like the studio. What was the vibe in the studio when we made Mntase?
Okay.
So all the Durban Proellers pulled up. Script, Ox was there. Papers from Durban. I'm from Durban. We all just boss Kulumi Zulu in the studio. You're like, oh yeah, the vibes. I was Zulu too. Just make it happen. And then I came up with Mntase. My ring fell off.
It's all good.
Mntase.
Yeah, you killed Mntase.
Mntase is a product of
The previous collab.
Why are you
Pepper-
looking over there? Why are
Pepper
you looking
say-
over there?
Pepper's looking at him. You know those eyes? Those
Don't look over there.
no.
Those eyes.
Of a previous like collab.
Previous collab.
Yeah. I had met
Should I tell the story?
Dog, tell the story.
It's not that deep, actually.
Tell the story.
No, this,
I mean,
yeah. This
It
is what
sounds
it is. This is
deep.
what it is.
This was-
cancel the story.
Nah, it's not deep. It's not deep.
It's like someone's gonna.
I'm gonna get shot. Oh, it's a diss track?
That's a Zulu vibe.
It's not a diss track.
Nah, that's the way it comes from me knowing Loti.
Okay,
So I met
okay,
the- under-
Ukawala.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the video for Iuza with Uchop.
Yeah.
And that's all it is.
We had how many songs? I have like 3 songs with D now. But we don't really have a song that's like together like me and her. For
sure,
what I mean?
for sure.
So that hook first came about with me thinking about what hook can I have for her where it's gonna be just like me and her on the track.
Yeah.
But then the Durban Proellers were in the studio, so we ended up making the song together. But that's where Mntase comes from. I'm not a Xhosa bro, I'm a Zulu bro.
And I know Charlie doesn't take no for an answer. Charlie
Exactly.
doesn't take no for an answer. If a fucking beat comes on,
He's on.
Exactly.
you know, hey man, Charlie is like, you go back with Charlie?
Yeah, way back. Like that first song and talking about the I'm So Lit song. Yeah, that's his song.
I mean, it's just like, you know, man, in the game, and like, if like, can we give roses for a second?
Yeah,
Let's go.
Give her this.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
I think we need to give roses to Charlie.
Thanks.
Okay.
Gotta give roses to Charlie. We gotta give roses to Charlie
Big
because
up Charlie one time.
and not just him, FLO.
Mosh,
Oh, come on! I mean,
the hardest.
when we were coming to, Kumbula, when we came into the game, I was having more of a vision of coming in with a Kwaito sound because I'd been doing hip hop, you know, English hip hop, American hip hop for so long.
Yeah.
I had a vision of coming in with more of a Kwaito sound.
Sure.
You know, like those beats, Abo Slaza, Tsotsi, and all that stuff was more of the vibes.
New age quite a vibe. That whole
The New Age Kwaito vibes was really what I was really thinking about at that time.
yeah.
And we went to Durban for a Durban July. and WTF had just released, I don't even know what they just released, but there was 3 songs. It was Nomusa. There was, but Nomusa wasn't even just the one. What's the other one?
The one with Cool Cat. Wang Nigga.
It was Wang Nigga. Nomusa came after Wang Nigga.
Yeah, it's the same vibe.
But it was the same time.
Same time, yeah.
The one with Cool Cat was the JR one.
That was JR, yeah.
That one came after. But
After.
Wang Nigga and Nomusa,
Yeah.
those joints, us coming down to Durban as boys and bucks, for me, gave us the understanding that there was something big about to happen. There was something big about to happen. And we didn't know whether to call it trap or whether to call it hip hop or whatever. But all we knew is that there was these kids in Durban that were about to pioneer a whole new way of thinking about the way we do music. As kids who liked rap music in this country. But you could like rap and still be a Zulu boy. You could like rap and still be authentically South African. You could like rap and still represent your hood. You could like rap and not give a fuck what motherfuckers could hear or not overseas. They were the ones who was like, oh shit, maybe you need to kick some more verses in Zulu. Only since then, you know, for me. And like I don't think they ever got their flowers. I don't think they ever. Obviously, there's situations here and there that popped up. But I don't think they ever got their flowers of really pioneering this shit.
One of the greatest, no cap.
They pioneered that music, because when I listen to your music now, you almost coming with that same energy that they were coming with in 2015. And that was 2015.
Yeah. At the same time I did the video that popped up.
That was the same time.
That was the same time. So, and that thing, it takes like such a while to grow into as like a hip hop fan, like getting like accustomed and comfortable to your own culture and stuff like that. It takes a while if you started off like listening to like, you know, Lil Wayne or whatever. Like it's hard to like think about it in your own, you know, context and in your own lifestyle, you know what I mean? So for them to come out with it like from the jump, it's a little bit crazy.
But what makes it hard? Like what makes it hard for you? What made it hard for me is that people always considered it like you had to sound like Nas, you know, like in my era to battle, you had to sound like Nas, or you had to sound like Hieroglyphics. You had to sound like Jizza or Method Man in my era. That's like, you know, that's 20 years back. You had to sound like that to be considered dope, you know. But in your guys' era, I always wondered like what makes it, what is your guys' is blocks to that whole thing?
It's cool. It's cool. It's as kids, it's engaged. We talk it like a lot. So like, I think it's just that transition is hard because it's easier to like rap in English than it is to rap in your mother tongue.
And I guess when you're writing, man, like you expressing yourself easier, you know, because you've been speaking this language.
That's what you learn. You write your essays like that. You do your orals like that. So it's like that's easier.
So is it easier for you to make a song like big time slapper than from making the Mntase hook?
Yeah.
Is there a little fight that happens in your head when you think like, should I really drop this hook?
Nah, like with me, I don't know. I feel like I'm like a little bit of like a hybrid because I'm always speaking Zulu captions, Zulu everything. I try to be as Zulu as possible, like, but then without, you know, the music. So when it finally connected with Mntase and like Gibeli Pasi and all this other type of stuff, it made sense. It wasn't like a big shock, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Do you ever think it's like a cheat code? Because like people, when we were coming up, people were like, drop a verse in Zulu or hook in Zulu, like you're doing the cheat code. You're doing the cheat code.
It's not a cheat code, man.
But that's how people always looked at it. They always looked at it like, you selling out.
Yeah,
that's how they looked at us, at least like, you guys are selling out now. Yeah, because remember we come from the school.
I'm on Dumbazan, so when you guys did Dumbazan, it was like, what the fuck? Like they weren't fucking with it.
No, bro. Like I always tell the story. You're not listening to this fucking podcast or some shit.
No, but I'm like, I don't get it. Like
I've told the story like 10 times.
I think maybe for us, right? It like the reaction you guys get flies over our heads. Because
But for me, you must remember, when I was coming, it's a different time. But when I say when I was coming, now I'm not talking about 2016 or 2017 or when people knew I'm talking about 2006.
Sure.
So it was either you were sort of going on two sides. And remember, it was either you were going the pro kid way, the tear gas way, or you were coming the Josie, Motherland Crunk way, the Crazy Lou way. Because that's who was doing it in English.
R.I.P.
So it's either you were doing pro kid way or you were doing it the English way, but you were making it grimy like the squatter camp way.
Yeah.
So that was the whole choice that you had to make. Are you gonna go mad grimy, or are you gonna run with the new wave of things? Are you gonna go the crunk way? Because at that time, like the Lil Jon shit and the snapping shit and the ATL shit, people here were like making fun of that shit. It wasn't it. It wasn't it. So in my time, when I played Mntase, I keep telling this fucking story. This is the last time I'm telling this story. When I played Mntase, I was pitching Mntase for AKA's album. AKA was recording an album. I was pitching it for AKA's album. I was pitching it to El Tito, working at a studio, Sticky Studio in Melville. I was pitching that song to AKA, pitching it to El Tito, pitching it to Muggs, pitching it to Deleuze, because those are the people that was around at the time. So I was pitching that record, and I was pitching that Kwaito sound. But remember, AKA was always had like a African sample or house sample in his music. But it wasn't it wasn't that at that time, It was still a little bit of a hip hop. It was still like, they had the boom, 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 and that was like more like, oh, this is gonna go for the club. But it wasn't like, can we just take it all out and boom, 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 boom. It was gone from there. So I pitched that song to the cats, and everyone was like, nah, it's not gonna work. And okay, Malum Cook we actually had another song. It was on his 100K Makaset mixtape called Mntase. So the hook we had done already on that song. I produced that song for Malum Kulkat. And then we had just said, let's take that hook and put it on this beat. And then it worked. So the remix is really a result. Mntase remix was when it blew up. That was really a result of everyone saying, oh shit, that sound actually
works. You are right.
You're right. Because remember, at that time it was, I'm thinking rands and nairas,
You know
what I'm saying? It was we rollin'. You know what I'm saying?
Melodies. Like
it was a Nazi. Remember when a Nazi first came out? He had that he had that Atlanta sort of like Apollo. That show me that like that Apollo the Dawn type sound. You know what I'm saying? So it was very difficult for us because especially when you're coming when you're in the north, it's like you maybe feel like you need to play some sort of music for the north.
The north side,
And then we quickly realized, us at Major League and the other bro realized that actually our music is meant to be for the hood. And how do we say we make music from the hood for the people that we relate to, the people that we see every day, the people that we operate with? How do you say you make music for them if you're gonna do it in English all day? How are you gonna do it? How's it gonna work? Like, how many times have the nigga sent you your English lyrics back and like, he thinks that's what you said, but it's like that's not what you said. He doesn't even understand.
Every single day.
The flow, like he represents you to the fullest, but he can't even actually understand. He can't even type down what you said. He can't understand it on that level. That's why it's important to have songs like Mntase. Come out and still do big time slap and then still do what's the other slow joint hope? What's the other hold and still come with hold. It's important to do all of them because I'll say something that might seem a little bit controversial, but not really. Do you know how happy motherfuckers were to hear Nice to See rapping in Zulu?
Niggas were happy. There's one nigga who was happy, but I can't.
There's people who are upset, but you know how many happy motherfuckers there were, bro. Like,
proud niggas.
You hit one for us. You got one for us.
I boy, you're inside now.
Are you inside?
It's like for my man. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That was a moment.
Yeah.
So when I heard him, I obviously hadn't gotten acquainted with the whole catalog, but I hit Pepper up and I hit all of them up. I even called you. It's like, boy, I just come with some Zulu ones, boy.
Yeah, but it's
Boy, you dope. I pull him Nandi, boy, but
Zulu
you know what I'm saying? Just come with one for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing to see motherfuckers not be afraid of that shit.
Yeah.
Especially with like this wave that's going on now. It's like, dog, we're all together in this country, bro. There's no more borders, huh?
For real.
song, Chief.
So like your thought process when like switching, I don't know if it's a switch, but like when you start writing like in Zulu, like your thought is like your thought process, okay, I wanna relate, or it's just like that's how I feel like coming at them now. Like what like how do you like, you know?
Yeah, it's more feeling, like it's not even like a writing situation. It's like yo, cheese, Mntase, you know,
Sure.
saying relax with Polile, man.
And also, like, is there like a like, is there like a
See how cool he said that shit. It just felt like
you know,
cheese,
it's not cheese, bro. Like it's not.
Especially when it goes live.
You know what I mean? Gotta relax with it.
that little wild he shines on the use of his
Just a relaxed
He's saying that shit
situation.
feels comfortable.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. He's saying
That's
it
what I'm
feels
saying.
comfortable.
yeah. And it's like is there like a subliminal meaning like to cheese tomatis?
Nah,
Like,
it's the bag, though. It's just the bag. Cheese, saying. Tomatis is a new one. Maybe you might have to
Yeah, but-
slip
Oh,
it
so
in
I'm
there.
getting the tomatis.
Yeah, but for the
But-
fools like, hook it up.
Now,
Tomatis
is a brand new,
It's a brand new one.
brand spanking
Spanking.
new one. But the cheese in the single is like,
Yeah.
that's,
No, we know.
that's the level, that's the bag. You know what I'm saying? But I was just had to make the sandwich make sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for the bars and whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Oh, he's making a sandwich.
Ah, come on. This guy. Come on.
I'm dead.
Oh my god,
I feel like you got it. Like
he's making a sandwich.
Yeah.
Bro, there were even pictures and stuff of people doing like the
Bro,
whole
you haven't seen the people do the memes and all
the
that?
meme of the sandwich level.
Yeah. You
Shape
can-
breakfast, the lunch.
Oh, you're making a sandwich.
That's what I thought. Actually, that's what. Okay. I see you.
Sandwich vibe.
Fire hook.
Bars.
I'm making the biggest song in the country right now.
Oh my
It's
god.
about making a sandwich, my brother.
Dog, he's making a fucking sandwich, bro.
Take it easy.
Dog, this guy's making a tomato sandwich, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Tomatis.
Forgot to toast it.
Nigga
It's the
lamb.
normal one.
Dog. I didn't even hear it, dog. I couldn't hear it. You think I'm getting old? You think I can't catch the bar?
The fact that you couldn't catch that one, it's a bit worrying.
Shit, I
Where
could
does
be
the
getting old.
nigga lamb come from? Like,
Yeah, Nick Alam.
because you're in the studio.
Oh.
Yeah,
with
it's
my
just with
niggas.
the Bruelas. And it's nice for like the stage. Just point at the Bruella that's not turning up. Nick Alam.
And then it's
Such a sweet, you know what I mean? Gotta connect with them and carve them, turn up on a man.
Actually,
Nick Alam.
wait. In terms of your performance, bro, like, how did that come about? Because I know, obviously, as a whole artist, you know, as a guy, like, okay, cool, the music is solid. How I go on the mic, whatever the case is, or my persona, even like on music videos. How did the stage presence come from? Like, where did you get that? Because there's a lot of people, even in the mainstream, that don't got it the way you got it. Like,
Yeah. Nah, I've been watching, I've been plotting the whole time, and this goes back to like the whole starting with a group of people like Jaws. They were hot in Durban and they were performing, and I used to watch them and see the vibe. So when we finally got together, like it was like 8 of us on stage, and like one of the hardest songs in Durban playing, and it's just crazy, it's just wild. So I got used to that. I haven't stage dived yet. All my bros have stage dived already, but I haven't. I haven't yet, but like I know the vibe. I know how it has to be. I know what people are supposed to feel, what they're supposed to see. I know what I'm supposed to do to make them, see that and feel that way. I've been, and that's just the stage. Like I've been watching everything, listening to everyone, SoundCloud rappers, starving and plotting.
Man, that's
especially when you did that thing on Dave, the wooden stool on David.
Yeah.
I felt you there, bro.
Yeah, there was presence without doing too much. Like I think everybody when they're watching that, like, oh man, that's when I think more people are like, who's this kid? It's like you feel the presence, but he was sitting on a stool.
Yeah,
you understand? That's a different. That's when you know, like, this nigga's been watching, like you say.
Yeah,
like,
I've been.
But even I think studying is one part. You know, and sorry to take it the other way. Studying is one part, but it like
execution.
I mean, he was making a sandwich, bro.
Comfortability.
Yeah.
I get your feeling.
Ouchies, Mntase.
Just relaxing with it.
Seeing Mntase. Like, so that thing has to be in your blood, dog.
Yeah. That's swag.
The studying takes you over the top. But like, just understanding, like, okay, I'm stepping into a spot. There's people looking at me. There's people who are gonna be looking at me.
Yeah.
Let me present something dope.
Just go back. Just go back to the beginning, to the chill.
You take it easy. You know what I'm saying? And people feel that genuine shit. Like, oh shit, okay, let me not try too hard. Let me just show them who I be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was the same thing with David. Just like on the how to beat. Like I had to explain Niguti, you know, the whole situation of how I got here. It's
I remember
what I'm trying to do.
Damn.
Yeah. That's the same thing with Leo. Oh yeah, with Leo. So the first time I came to, the second time I came to Joburg after that whole situation with the Broelers, the second time I came was with Leo for Cottonfest, the most recent one. Like, and we were friends with Ulukas, so we were just there with him, just vibing, you know what I'm saying, still plotting, still planning, watching niggas perform.
That's the worst one.
Watching niggas perform.
Just watching niggas perform, see what you're doing.
You have to like.
Damn, I would have done it like this. Like,
I definitely would have looked
studying.
I would have looked different. But that's the second time I came in. And we linked up with Yuang and Sally, and those have been the guys. Like, yo, shout out to. What's your guys' name again? Ayanda. Shout out to Tyler. I had to put your real names out there because like that they really did the thing with like letting us into their homes and letting us, you know, stay there and like, you know, vibe there, record songs with them because they were like, you know, some of the hardest on SoundCloud and stuff like that. So after Cottonfest, we stayed at Yuang's house for like a while, just vibing, making music, linking up with people. The first time I went to the Africa offices with Yuang, and yeah, that was just the crazy thing for me. I was like, dog, you can take me to there and let them speak to me and let them listen to my music. You don't even, you know what I'm about. It's your first time seeing me and stuff like that. So that was crazy. So then I went back to Durban and then I came back with Leo again. But this time I was like, yo, we doing this thing now. Like we're gonna see how things are, but like we're not going back. You know what I mean? It took long for us to find a place. Like we stayed at like maybe 5 or 4 places.
It's fucking him up, huh?
Dog.
It's fucking him up. It's fucking him. And I know why it's fucking him up. You get, huh?
I really get
like,
him.
Yeah.
Why you think that?
It's two niggas passionate about this music thing and they really want to make it together. Like we in this, but I can see where he's going at is from listening to David. Like Leo had a dip. Right?
Yeah, because he's telling Leo's story right now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's let him tell it.
Yeah. No, but I can see why.
I can see it's fucking him up.
So there was a few places and people are like, nah, it's too much work. It's two of you guys, and the thing you're trying to do is not even like, it's not a guarantee that you're gonna make it or anything like that. So saying that you're gonna stay here and try to figure things out, it's like, what are you really trying to? You're just trying to find a place to stay, like literally. So then we ended up with Lucas again, shout out to him, at the house in Midrand where I stay at now, and there was 2 of us. We were staying there for a while, maybe I'd say like 5 days maybe, and then it was about that time again. It's like that you can't be staying here like that.
And that's how it works. They give you about 5 days.
You know what I mean?
Like they give you like the week.
Yeah, like
you can't hit a Friday.
Maybe Sunday let's give him Sunday. Monday we'll talk about it on Monday.
Yeah, and if Monday they forget, like they don't let it get into the next weekend.
Yeah.
Because the weekend is a nice time. So now it's like, nigga.
You're gonna buy the groceries, not thinking.
Yeah, that's how it works though.
Yeah.
It was hectic.
That's how it works.
So then it became that situation where it's like, oh, okay. So the reason that Leo left was because it was like, okay, it's about 2 and we need to find a place to stay. But we don't have any more places. We ran out of places now. This is the last place. So after this place, it's gonna be like a real trial and error situation. We're gonna have to like see, like in reality, so Kiri is one of the boys. He was there at the crib. I told him the situation. Actually, that night where it was like, tomorrow you'll have to vibe.
Yeah.
I hit up like a whole bunch of people. All of them said they could help, and they would have. But then the first person that was like the most immediate situation was Mkiri. He's like, yo, pull up to the crib, Apana at Ambitious.
Ambitious, yeah.
And yeah, that's what we can do. But only one of you guys, so either me or Leo. So we had to sit down and have a whole conversation to say how we gonna make this thing work. And I was like, dog, you're the one that did like the hardest hooks. You're the one that's kind of popping right now. You're the one that has the song with Lucas. You're the one that's rapping more and stuff like that. Leo is more of like a, rock star sort of singing type of vibes. So it was like, yeah, bro. Leo said he's gonna vibe, and then I'm gonna stay and then go to the Ambitious cribbo. So he left, and then the day I was supposed to vibe, they were like, alright, boy, alone, because there's two of us. So it's like, and then see how things are gonna happen.
Oh, in the same house.
In the same crib.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it might have seemed a bit funny.
Maybe, but then, I mean, he understood it. He understood it because, like, he was there he knows, like, the whole story and stuff like that. So it was like, yeah, it was understandable, you know? And, yeah, when he left, I was like, yo, dog, I'm going to work out here, see what happens. And then once I have, like, that platform and that reach and that, ability to, like, bring it back, then, we'll do something like that. But for now, let me just see how I can rock it, like, alone. And that's where I've been staying at this whole time.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nandi.
Shout out to Nandi for real. Okay.
Hey, let's just do a cheers for Leo because
Leo.
let's cheers for Leo, man.
Cheers for Leo to Leo.
Sacrifice for
Leo.
Okay.
Send it away, Maslam.
Sure.
Karate chop.
Yeah.
Damn.
Have you checked out the
But if you have to go, you gotta go.
Yeah, man.
But
And the hardest part is realizing that I'm not the one.
yeah.
How many niggas is around you?
They're gonna do that for you. Like that they're gonna say I'm not
They'll
the one.
never, even if they know I'm not the one.
Yeah.
Like I know I can't do this shit.
But dog, I'm here.
But I'm
like-
not even that I can't be with you, but like I know I'm gonna slow you down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna hold on to you to the last fucking drop, you know. But if a nigga can leave and knows that he's leaving you to make you faster, that's a real fucking nigga.
Like
That's a real nigga, bro.
Yeah.
If he can bounce and be like, hey, me, I'll go home. I want to do the same shit. I want to be where you are too. But you doper than me, and you the one who's got the hype.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it. That's like, cheers to that, bro, dog.
Yeah.
Because we were both about to vibe, like, and the only thing that made us have the conversation about like which one is leaving was because of Lucas was like, yo, you can't go back. Like no matter what happens, because he was the one that's staying at the crib, and he was like, yo, I'm staying here, we're gonna make songs together, we're gonna do this thing, but you can't go back. Even if you have to leave this crib, you can't go back to Durban. So yeah, it was tough, dog. And I was like, yo,
But Lucas knows. Lucas knows about it.
Yeah, he knows.
Lucas knows. He knows
how tough it is as well.
He knows how tough it is. Like, he knows what you have to do to like make it in the shit.
But it's so crazy that the fact that that's a reality for so many niggas. Like you can't make it in your own city. Like somebody tells you like you don't go back. That's the problem. You know what I mean? That's the main problem. Like why can't you go to Durban and rock in Durban? Why is it so difficult for artists to have that reach wherever they are? Like, cause I mean, his situation is the same situation with niggas in Cape Town. Like the homies that that'll go that hang out with Zeus, that'll pull at Zeus. Same situation. Like
it's a tough one because now you're getting into you're getting into reasons why niggas do this shit.
Yeah.
And every nigga in every city, in every province, like, no matter what they do, whether into some politics or they're into some mineral shit or into some banking shit, everyone's got their own reasons for doing what they do. Like, you can be like the illest,
chartered accountant.
You can be the illest in anything, but it's like the realest motherfuckers are the ones who like left the serious legacy in their space. you know.
And took the leap of faith.
And took a leap of faith and was like, yo, whether this city is considered the city of hip hop or not, I'm gonna make it poppin', you know. That's why, like, I really fuck with like niggas like Zagwe and niggas like Duncan and them, because they never stopped rapping till today. They never stopped rapping. Think of how long those niggas have been rapping. They've never
Zulu boy.
through everything, bro. Through everything, they just carried on rapping.
Yeah.
So it's clear to those guys, their hearts is in the right place.
Yeah.
True.
It's not about like, do I need to switch up my style or do whatever to get to another level? It's like,
for more commercial appeal or whatever.
yeah, it's like, no, this is just what I do, and there's gonna be more niggas that come with me, and they're gonna be from here. But like, not everyone, especially from, I don't even know whether to call Durban my city or not, but I know it's never been the type of city to want to fight the system. When there's a system in Durban, you don't fight the system. It's not like Joburg.
Golden boy.
Yeah, but not even musically.
Just in general.
You don't,
in general.
you don't fight the bosses of Durban.
Yeah.
Like the niggas running music in Durban, you don't fight with them. The niggas running taxis in Durban, you don't fight with them. The niggas running events, you don't fight.
Yeah.
I
In
realized
Joburg is built for you to come here to fight.
Literally.
It's built for you to come here and say, yo, we're about to take over this shit, no matter where you're from. It's built for niggas to come from outside to inside to see who's the real king of the city. That's what it's built for. But a lot of these other cities, like Cape Town, like how are you gonna take over Cape Town when the port where they used to bring the slaves in is still there? The building is still there. How the fuck you gonna take over Cape Town, bro?
Systems are still chilling.
Like, how you gonna take over Cape Town? It's not gonna happen.
It's crazy.
And you're not gonna take Cape Town over, you know. And I don't want to say anything crazy, but just look on the other side of the mountain. You know, I see the mountain. I see what's going on with the mountain. But look what's happening on the other side of the mountain. You know, don't nobody give a fuck what's happening on the other side of the mountain. Motherfuckers is dying every day.
Facts.
They don't care about you. So you got to come to a place where you feel like people are going to care a little bit more about you.
Just a bit.
Just a bit.
It's just a bit.
Just a little.
Just a little, dog. Like, it's going to be a bit better.
Yeah.
If I can go to Joburg and fight in Midrand and go risk my life going to other niggas' studios and going to other niggas' companies, I can go sleep there. I don't know what this nigga's going to tell me in the morning. Maybe he might tell him I owe him 50K.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, niggas do that, yo.
This nigga will come back 5 years later and say, you owe me, I started your career, you owe me. You don't know what you're going to get yourself into.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you're willing to go through that because you know, hey, there's an opportunity I can come out with the gold somewhere. Somewhere a piece of gold can come out. You know, that's how I see it. Like, it's the same thing, you know. It's like, you can't fight in these other places, bro.
Yeah. And so what is it like to after all those, you know, trials and errors, like when you go back to the city, you know, and you're doing a show and it's different, like you feel the energy, everything. How does that feel?
You're Durban right now, or like when I go to Durban, it's a little bit of a mess. It's a little bit of a mess. But that's because like I've like before I came to Josie, I had a name already with the boys. You know what I mean, with Cloud Internet boys. So, and people there like they were very supportive of us and all that. So when I came to Josie, they were like, yeah, that's Blxckie from Cloud Internet boys. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to like push the most for him. We're gonna fight for him. Every comment section, we're gonna be messing that up. So people are confused. We could say, this nigga just got here, but he already got like people rooting for him. So what's the real level?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. It's like overwhelming. It's incredible that like when I get to Durban, it's like madness. Even like people at my mom's work, my sister's school, you know, different cousins, they always like, yo, dog, when guys don't get this car to go to where and it's you, dog, you don't want to spend, you know, messing up the whole city. But yeah, that's how things go.
It's dope, yo.
It's amazing.
That's the 360.
Especially like after risking like so soon, because like I'm sure that the situation with Leo was like not too far back, right?
That was last year.
It's last year.
Wait to like happen, like, you know?
It's right now.
That's crazy.
And in terms of looking for, I know everyone comes up to Joburg looking for a deal. You weren't looking for a deal. Somebody told me you ain't looking for no major label. You're not looking for none of that shit.
That's not what we're doing here.
You're trying to build something.
We're building some yama way.
What's the situation right now in terms of your situation? How you putting out your music? What structure you guys building? Just to let everybody know out there so they can stop, they can stop sending you the DMs.
Yeah, just to see how it's
Come over, my boy.
Come here. I got you.
I've got 100K US.
I got the money.
Nike chain.
Nah, you ain't.
Nike chain.
Bamba boy.
iPhone. iPhone.
Now cheese.
Okay, no. Now cheese.
Nah, Alessandro, you got the cool boy.
Nah, it's a sick Mntase.
Nah, Alessandro.
Bamba.
No.
But I'm pretty sure it's still like this simple process. Just upload on your DSPs and put the music out, right?
Yeah, I used to do that. I used to use root notes. Ox was actually the first person to get me into dropping stuff on distribution platforms because he put me into the Rats core system because that's the thing that he was pushing with Ula, with YBK. So the song I did with him and the songs I was trying to put out by myself, that was the first time I had stuff on there. Then when I came to Joe's, I was dropping stuff off root notes, and then now it's under M4. That's my management. Yeah, that's how it is.
Amazing.
Fire.
And that team is crazy. Big shout out to Nandi.
M4.
Yeah, shout out Nandi. Yo, she always pulls up on me.
Yo.
Yeah, she's acting like a ghost in the back. And shout out to Pepper. We need to give Pepper his roses. Actually, Pepper, Pepper, do us a favor. Can you just show yourself?
Your face.
Because we're about to shut this down. Can you just show your face? Just show your face, please, Pepper. Please, I'm begging you, B.
Please.
We can't finish. We're not finishing this show without having you show your face. And say something for the camera also while you at it. Let's get some claps for
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
Chef Pepper. DJ Pepper.
Chef
Oh, he's putting on his jacket.
Yes. Freezing on him.
Yeah. Pull up right
Freezing on him.
Go make some space.
Yeah.
Pepiola.
You're not rocking with Dr. Pepper.
Don Pepper.
Lab live.
What's happening?
I don't know if you can hear me. But I just wanted to give you your roses, bro, because I don't think there's many times that you don't even do interviews or anything like that, but I feel like it's important, bro. It's important that we give you a shout out, this Mntase joint. It's one of those songs that you brought people together again, bro. Again.
Yeah, What It Is.
You did it with What It Is. What It Is catapulted Lucas to a next level. Yeah. And at some stage that was the only hip hop song being played in the club. Yeah. At some stage, for a whole 6 months or so. Yeah. And people didn't give you those roses, and now you've got another record that's the only hip hop song being played in the club right now. Again. And I'm not saying that because you've hit 100% and you've always, every track you've dropped was a hit. Yeah. I'm saying that because you keep dropping continuously. Until it is that one. Yeah. You never stop, and you always tell me something important, that if people don't do it for hip hop, who's gonna do it for hip hop? So I'll give you roses. You don't have to speak or anything, but I'll give you your roses, bro. I'll give you your roses.
Shout out Dr. Pepper.
The best. Whoa. I'd like to say one thing and one thing only, guys. There's a lot happening. The most important thing, just be happy. And when we're making this music, we're happy, and we hope you get that message. And that's what it's all about. So when you bump into songs, just be happy, because that's where we're at mentally. Be happy. Don't just say you're happy. Really be happy. And feed that energy around. There's a lot going on. And the best thing you can do is just be happy. So let the happy energy flow. That's what it is.
Happiness. What's pepperning?
What's pepperning?
Not rocking with Dr. Pepper.
What's pepperning?
What's pepperning?
Big up Big love, Dr. Pepper, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, boys, I really enjoyed this a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The best.
We might have lost direction a little bit here and there, but I think it was dope.
Yeah, I know.
I think
I
we
feel
must
like
keep- yeah?
because in my head I was like, I have to tell the whole story until I get to where I am. So as long as I told the full story, I'm clean.
Actually, when I ask those questions, like, okay, so when did you start rapping?
As long as I told the full story.
Yeah.
The crazy thing about like you know, but I'm literally only doing this, and I'm grateful for you guys, you know, the Creative Kornerr boys for also coming through because, and for you to come through because, unfortunately, like, there's gigs that can happen and like people can do gigs and shit.
Yeah.
But like the organizations can't do gigs. So like Cottonfest as an organization can't do gigs anymore.
Yeah.
And like I watched the after movie, you know, the after movie that we dropped for last year, the one that you guys came to. When I was watching the after movie, I was fucking crying. Like I cried, and I wasn't crying because I miss Cottonfest or I wanted that shit to happen again.
Yeah.
I was crying because for a lot of people, that was the first time to see your favorite artist perform, whether he was overground or underground,
Yeah.
or whether he was a trap artist or a commercial kwaito artist or a house or piano, whatever he is. It was the first time that it could happen in one space, excuse me. And I was crying because niggas, we don't give enough of those opportunities, you know.
Yeah.
We sort of have to force it. It has to be like this big event
Yeah.
to give somebody some shine.
Yeah.
We have to give, or they have to like pull in massive numbers for you to be
Yeah.
able to call them up and be like, yo, pull up, let's, you know, let's see let's take it to the people. You know what I'm saying? There's like, and with this platform, like people think like, oh, we're making money. Like we lose money on this platform.
Yeah.
Every time we gotta switch on these lights, we lose money.
Dog, for
Every
real.
time I gotta call him back from Cape Town.
Yo.
Every time I gotta
We're
fly
losing
in.
money.
Every time we gotta fly and we're losing money.
Yeah.
So I appreciate like everybody who comes to sit here and repeat some of the shit that they've repeated in other interviews, but and then even give us new stories and give us just a new take, because we're not gonna get that vibe on stage like you were saying. Like you wanna stage dive. I think everybody at
it's almost
Cottonfest.
time.
I think everybody at Cottonfest stage dives.
I've stage like 3 times.
Yeah, I think
I almost
yeah,
did
I
it. But I'm
watched
like,
it.
I think like yeah, you're watching, right? I think like so like and like I'm not to say that's the only thing, because shit is moving. Shit's always gonna keep moving.
Yeah.
But like since we don't have that right now, it's really dope that we can come together and next up we got to get some more people in here. And, this is the type of conversation that we do it for, you know.
Yeah. True.
And I'm grateful for you guys coming about and Blxckie, let them know what's going on next. If there's something that's going on next, I heard there might be some works, you know, something big in the working.
True. Always working, always something. You never know. Could be tomorrow, could be next week. But I'm working on a full length little album.
Yeah.
For the people, they've been crying, they need it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So many of my albums. Oh my god.
Shoot.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I was just listening to it, been listening to it for the past 3 days. Just bumping it, just seeing, you know, where I can, you know, hurt in the most. But yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I'm trying to do it next month, so May. And yeah,
You just gave us a date.
Give us
yeah,
Yo, exclusive.
yeah.
Give us a month.
I give it a month. Exclusive.
Exclusive.
Oh my god.
And then the best thing that's gonna be happening is, you know, I'm always chilling with Dando, so crazy is
The visuals are
videos
insane.
All right.
for most of the songs. We're not lacking.
How cheese and us.
90%. That's how we're
90%.
doing it all the time. Content.
And do me a favor too, while you work on that, like yo, go fuck up this modeling shit too, cause like yo, this
Nah, I'm
nigga
pulling
shit-
out.
That hype man.
I seen the
pulling out.
shoots. Yeah, I seen like the shoots is
The one that
crazy.
fucked me up. The black one. Wait, that black thing where it's like.
Yeah, who did that? Who did that photo with the? Who did that? The black on black
Oh yeah,
joints.
Uno Gondo.
Oh,
Gondo.
That wasn't hype. Was that hype?
Nah, that was
Nah,
hype.
That's for Break Room Africa.
But the hype was crazy. The hype was the Nike joints.
Yeah,
the
that was
Nike, yeah.
mad.
I think. Can we give him permission to go be the next muddler the next hip hop modeler.
Nah, you have to kill it, boy.
Kill it,
Nah,
bro. Like,
pull it down.
and I'm not even saying as a modeler, but like dog, like it's that spirit thing, man. Like, you learn how to rap, you learn how to put music out, you learn how to shoot videos, you learn how to perform.
Yeah.
Man, go learn everything, dog.
Nah, I'm pulling
Because
up.
you're killing that shit.
He's
like,
killing, he's punishing.
And you got the swag.
killing that fucking that editorial shit.
Yo.
God damn.
Has it kicked in that you're Blxckie yet, actually?
What you mean?
Like, you feel like I am.
Like, do you feel like Blxckie? Because with me recently, like, I've been in Mzugisi my whole life, and I've been wanting to be this PR A&R guy that's hosting craziest parties, man. No, chill. No,
You know
like,
it's real when you are who you think you are.
listen. So listen. Wait, listen to my chat. Listen to my chat. Why don't niggas take me seriously, dog? Yo, why don't niggas take me seriously? So like, what I'm saying is,
I've been in Mzugisi.
so listen, what I'm saying is, there was a time we're in Cape Town, we're shooting a music video, right? We're shooting a music video, we're on set, and like, I'm actually like, okay, I'm giving a little bit of instruction, I'm driving around, I'm like, yo man, it wasn't like this like 3 years ago. Yeah. We're behind the desk. You used to video call me all the time, remember? I was behind the desk.
For sure.
So it's like, yo, shit, I'm actually in Cape Town, I don't even know what time I woke up today. It's like,
Sure.
so like, you're obviously in a similar position where like, damn, you wake up, 5 million Instagram notifications, emails, there's like bookings, you know what I mean? Like,
You're obviously in a similar situation.
5 million Instagram situation.
5 million.
Nah, Ricky, no way.
No, man.
It's a violation. Yo,
Nigga made it.
Ricky, no way.
Oh, you made it.
You're obviously in this situation.
Obviously.
5
There's
million.
no doubt about
obviously,
it.
Obviously, he's gonna say yes.
Yes, because I mean,
However you feel. If that, however you feel, that's how you feel.
so you already know how you feel it. You got the answers.
wait. Yo, listen, wait.
I'm dead. Yo.
No, I'm fucking with
Yo.
you. Like, I get what you I get what you're saying, because remember, like, I'm clowning,
I get you.
but I've been with you. I saw it happen.
Yeah.
Like who am I calling at 5 a.m?
You calling me, yeah.
I'm calling him.
Yeah.
So Ricky called me 5 in the morning. Yo,
Yeah, I call him 5 a.m, but
shit's crazy.
so I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like that 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I try to think about it a lot. Like, I try to, like, you know, think about, you know, how far things are gonna go before I think about like what's happening right now, and like think about the good see. Like, see, you know, growing up and whatever like that, did you ever think was a fair goal and perform for like so many people and stuff like that? I try to think about it a lot, and I don't know, I'm always in my head, bro. I'm always thinking, I'm always plotting, always planning. That's why I don't like Ilo Insang, because like it
slows you down a bit.
No, it doesn't slow me down. It just makes me think too much, and then I'm just like thinking like a lot, and it's like, yo, no. So I think about it all a lot, and yeah, like the speed at which everything happened, you know, it's a little bit hard to get accustomed to it. Actually, like meeting people that you never thought you'd meet and stuff like that. But yeah, I can separate it. I can separate Blxckie. I can see Blxckie. I can see Blxckie. I can be Blxckie. I can be Blxckie.
Word.
I think about it like a lot.
Fire.
It's dope.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
Live life.
This was another edition of Lab Live.
Yeah.
Oh, nice ending.
Well done, cuz.
Not a bus.
Well done, cuz.
Know the story, cuz.
No, bro, shout out.
All right, bless.
Yo.